So our topic today, history Maratha state. So Maratha state mainly 1674 to 1720. So this time. So and Maratha Confederacy, it is 1720 to 1818. So Maratha states 1674 to 1720. Now we discuss. First is our Shivaji 1674 to 1680. Okay, so born at Shivnari Fort in 1627. So Shivaji born at Shivnari Fort in 1627. Father Sahaji Bhosle, mother Jijabai, and religious teacher Samarth Ramdas. So Shivaji's religious teacher was Samarth Ramdas. Shivaji inherited the Jaigir of Pune from his death in 1637. After the death of his guardian Dadaji Kondadev in 1647, he assumed full charge on his Jaigir. After the death of his guardian Dadaji Kondadev in 1647, he assumed full charge of his Jaigir. He conquered many forts, that is Singhgad, Kondana 1643, and Rohind and Chakan 1644 to 1645, Toran 1646, and Purandar 1648, Rajgarh 1656, and Supa 1656, and Panhala 1659. Afzal Khan was deputed by Adil Shah, ruler of Bijapur, to punish Shivaji. Afzal Khan was deputed by Adil Shah, ruler of Bijapur, to punish Shivaji. For the later, Afzal Khan was killed by Shivaji in 1659. So Afzal Khan was deputed by Adil Shah, ruler of Bijapur, to punish Shivaji. For the later, Afzal Khan was killed by Shivaji in 1659. And next our Shaysta Khan. So Shaysta Khan, governor of Deccan, was deputed by Aurangzeb to put down the ruling power of Shivaji. Shaysta Khan, governor of Deccan. Please remember, Shaysta Khan was the governor of Deccan, was deputed by Aurangzeb to put down the rising power of Shivaji. 1660, Shivaji lost Pune and suffered several defeats till he made a bold attack on Shaysta Khan 1663 and plundered Surat 1664 and later Ahmednagar. Raja Joy Singh Amber of Amber was then appointed by Aurangzeb. Raja Joy Singh of Amber was then appointed by Aurangzeb to put down Shivaji 1665. Joy Singh succeeded in besieging Shivaji in the fort of Purandar. Consequently, the Treaty of Purandar 1665 was signed, according to which Shivaji ceded some forts to the Mughals and paid a visit to the Mughal court at Agra. In 1674, Shivaji was coronated at capital Raigad. 1674, Shivaji was coronated at capital Raigad and assumed the title of Hindava Dharmadharak, protector of Hinduism. Hindava Dharmadharak, protector of Hinduism. After that, Chhatrapati Shivaji continued the struggle with Mughals and Siddhis, Janjira. He conquered Karnataka during 1677 to 1680. Shivaji's administration. Shivaji divided his territory under his rule Swaraj into three provinces. So Shivaji divided his territory under his rule Swaraj into three provinces. Each province under a viceroy. Provinces were divided into prants which were subdivided into parganas or tarafs. The lower unit was village headed by Patel headman. Shivaji was helped by the Astapradhan, 8th minister, which was unlike a collective minister. Shivaji was held by the Astapradhan, 8th minister, which was unlike a collective of ministers, for there was no collective responsibility. Each minister was directly responsible to Shivaji. Shivaji's Astapradhan was Peshwa, Majumdar, Wakanavis, Dabir, Surnovis, Pandit Rao, Sari Naubat and Nadia. So Shivaji is Astapradhan, 8th minister, which was unlike a collective minister. So please remember. Shivaji, so Peshwa, first Peshwa, Mukhya Pradhan. Peshwa was Mukhya Pradhan, finance and general administration. Later he became prime minister, Peshwa, and assumed great importance. Majumdar, Amatya, revenue and finance minister. Wakanavis, Mantri, home minister. And Dabir, Sumant, foreign minister. Surnavis, Sachib, head of royal correspondence. So Surnavis means Sachib, it is mainly head of royal correspondence. Dabir Sumant, it is foreign minister. Wakanavis was Mantri, home minister. Dabir Sumant, foreign minister. Surnavis Sachib, head of royal correspondence. Pandit Rao Sadar, head of religious affairs. Sari Naubat Senapati, military commander. This is an honorary post with no real military powers. Sari Naubat Senapati, honorary post. Nyadhish, justice. Most of the administrative reforms of Shivaji were based on Malik Amber's reform, Ahmednagar. So most of the administrative reforms of Shivaji were based on Malik Amber's reform, Ahmednagar. And assessment of land revenue was based on measurement, the Kathi of Malik Amber, and was adopted as a unit of measurement. Land revenue was fixed 1/3, that is 33% of the gross produce, initially, to 5, that is 40% of the gross produce after reforms. South was 1/4, that is the 25% of land revenue was paid to Marathas, so far not being subjected to Maratha raids. So land revenue was fixed on 1/3, that is 33% of the gross produce initially, the 2/5, that is the 40% of the gross produce after reforms. Truth was 1/4, that is 25% of the land revenue was paid to the Marathas, so far not being subjected to Maratha raids. Sardeshmukhi was an additional levy of 10% of those lands of Maharashtra, over which the Maratha claimed hereditary rights, but which formed part of the Mughal Empire. Sardeshmukhi. Sambhaji, 1680 to 1689. Sambhaji, the elder son. Sambhaji was the elder son of Shivaji. Defeated Rajaram Sambhaji. So after Shivaji, it is Sambhaji, 1682 to 1689. So the elder son of Shivaji defeated Rajaram, the younger son of Shivaji. In the War of Succession, he provided protection and support to Akbar too. The rebellion son of the Aurangzeb. He was captured at Sangameswar by a Mughal noble and executed. Rajaram next, 1689 to 1700. 1689 to 1700. First is Sambhaji, then Rajaram. He succeeded the throne with the help of the minister of Rajgarh. He fled from Rajgarh to Jinji in 1689 due to Mughal invasion, in which Rajgarh was captured along with Sambhaji's wife and son by the Mughals. Rajaram died at Satara, which had become the capital after the fall of Jinji into Mughal in 1698. Rajaram created a new post of Pratinidhi, thus taking the total number of ministers 9. So first is Sambhaji, first Shivaji, then Sambhaji, then Rajaram, then Tarabai, 1700 to 1707. Tarabai. Okay. Next are Sahu, 1707 to 1749. Then Balaji Vishwanath, the first Peshwa. So Sahu, who is Sahu? So Sahu was released by the Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah. Tarabai's army was defeated by Sahu in the Battle of Khed, 1700. Battle of Khed between Sahu and Tarabai army. And Tarabai army was defeated this time. But the southern part of the Maratha kingdom, with the capital Kondar, Kolhapur, the southern part of the Maratha kingdom, Maratha kingdom was its capital Kolhapur, continued to be under the control of the descendants of Rajaram, Shivaji II or Sambhaji II. South region saw the rise of Peshwas and transformation of the Maratha kingdom and the empire based on the principles of confederacy. Please remember, just wait. So next are Balaji Vishwanath, 1713 to 1720, the first Peshwa. So the first Peshwa Balaji Vishwanath began his career as a small revenue official. Was given the title Sena Karte, money market of the army, maker of the army, by Sahu. In 1708 he became Peshwa. In 1713 and made the post of and most important and powerful as well as hereditary. He played a crucial role in the final victory of Sahu by winning over almost all the Maratha soldiers to the side of Sahu. He concluded an agreement with the Said brothers, Kingmaker 1719, by which the Mughal Emperor Farrukh Shah recognized Sahu as the king of Swarajya. Maratha Confederacy 1720 to 1718. First is Bajirao I. Bajirao was the elder son of the Balaji Vishwanath, succeeded him as Peshwa at the young age of 1720. At the young age of 20. Bajirao I. So his kingdom mainly the Sindhya, Gwalior, territory Gwalior, and the Holkar, Indore, Peshwa, Parwar, Dhor, the Goikwad, Baroda, the Bhosle, Nagpur, and Peshwa, Pune. Peshwa were located at Pune, Peshwa kingdom, Pune territory, and Bhosle, Nagpur, Goikwad, Baroda, Pawar, Dhar, Holkar, Indore. Bajirao I. Bajirao was the eldest son of the Balaji Vishwanath, succeeded him as Peshwa at the young age of 20. He was considered the greatest exponent of the guerrilla tactics. After Shivaji and Maratha power reached its zenith under him. Under him, several Maratha families became prominent and got themselves entrenched in different parts of India. After defeating and expelling the Siddhis of Jinjira from the mainland, 1722 he conquered Bessin and Salsetti from the Portuguese. 1739 he also defeated the Nizamul Mulk near Bhopal and concluded the Treaty of Sarai, by which he got Malwa and Bundelkhand from the later 1738. He led innumerable successful expeditions into North India to weaken Mughal Empire and to make the Maratha the supreme power in India. Treaty of Dora Sarai. They also defeated the Nizamul Mulk and near Bhopal and concluded the Treaty of Dora Sarai, by which he got Malwa and Bundelkhand from the later 1738. He led innumerable successful expedition of North India to weaken Mughal Empire and to make Marathas the supreme power in India. He said about Mughals, let us strike at the trunk of the withering tree and the branches will fall of themselves. Let us strike at the trunk of the withering tree and branches will fall of themselves. Balaji Bajirao, 1742-1761, popularly known as Nana Sahib, he succeeded his father at the age of 20. After the death of Sahu, 1749, the management of all the state affairs was left in his hands. In the agreement with the Mughal Emperor Ahmad Shah and Peshwa was to protect the Mughal Empire from external and internal enemies like Ahmad Shah Abdali. In return for Chauth, 1752, Third Battle of Panipat, January 14, 1761. This time held Third Battle of Panipat resulted in the defeat of Marathas by Ahmad Shah Abdali and death of Vishwas Rao and Sadashiv Rao. This event shocked the Peshwa Balaji Bajirao, and after 6 months he also died. This battle ended the Maratha power. Successors of Balaji Bajirao: Madhav Rao 1761-1772, Narayan Rao 1772-1773, and Swai Madhav Rao 1773-1795, Bajirao 1795-1918. Next are Anglo-Maratha War. First Anglo-Maratha War 1775-1782, favoring the cause of Raghunath Rao. For Peshwa, English Hastings come in conflict with the Marathas. On being defeated, the British had to sign the humiliating Convention of Wadgaon, 1779. British later signed the Treaty of Salbai, renouncing the cause of Raghava. Second Anglo-Maratha War. So first Anglo-Maratha War 1775-1782. So please remember, the cause of Raghunath Rao for Peshwa, English come in conflict with the Marathas. On being defeated, the British had to sign the humiliating Convention of Wadgaon, 1779. British later signed Treaty of Salbai, 1782, renouncing the cause of Raghava. Second Anglo-Maratha Wars, 1803-1806. The Maratha Peshwa signed. So Second Anglo-Maratha War, please remember, 1832. Treaty of Salbai mainly signed the first Anglo-Maratha War, 1782, and Second Anglo-Maratha War 1803-1806. The Maratha Peshwa signed the subsidiary alliance Treaty of Basin 1802. The Maratha Confederacy, which did not like the idea, challenged the British power but were defeated by the British. So the subsidiary alliance Treaty of Basin 1802. And third Anglo-Maratha War 1870-1818. So lost Lord Hastings was determined to proclaim British paramountcy in India. He moved against Pindaris, and transgressed the sovereignty of the Maratha chiefs, and the war began. The Maratha were defeated. At the advent of the Europeans, Company, 1498, Portuguese East India Company, Cochin, 1510 to 1530, Goa 1530 to 1961, English East India Company 1600, West Coast Surat, Coast Surat 1608 to 1687, Bombay from 1687, East Coast Coromandel, Mossilpatnam 1611 to 1641, Madras 1641, Bengal under Madras up to 1700, Calcutta 1700, Dutch East India Company 1602, East Coast Coromandel, Pulicat up to 1690, Nagapattinam from 1690, Bengal, Hooghly 1655, Danish East India Company in 1616, Sirampur, Bengal 1676 to 1845, French East India Company 1664. Please remember, the Portuguese East India Company here 1498, Cochin, Goa here, and English East India Company 1600, Bengal here 1700, and East Coast Coromandel, West Coast Surat, and Dutch 1602, East Coast Coromandel, Pulicat, and Nagapattinam and Hooghly 1655, Danish 1616, Sirampur 1676 to 1845, French East India Company 1664, Surat 1668 to 1703, 1673, and Pondicherry 1673 to 1619-54. Danish company were forced to sell all their settlements in India to the British in 1845. Next are Portuguese. The Cape route was discovered from Europe to India by Vasco da Gama. He reached the port of Calicut on May 17, 1498, and was received by the Hindu ruler of Calicut known as Jamorin, titled Jamorin. This led to the establishment of trading stations at Calicut, Cochin, and Kannanur. Okay, and Cochin was the early capital of the Portuguese in India. Later, Goa replaced it, and Francisco de Almeida was the first governor of Portuguese. Almeida, 1505 to 59, introduced the policy of blue water. Who introduced the policy of blue water? It is Francisco de Almeida, 1505 to 59. Okay, first governor of Portuguese. Alfonso de Albuquerque was the second governor of Portuguese. Albuquerque, 1509 to 1515, introduced the policy of imperialism. He captured Goa from the ruler of Bijapur in 1510. So Alfonso de Albuquerque was the second governor of Portuguese. Albuquerque, 1509 to 1515, introduced the policy of imperialism. He captured Goa from the ruler of Bijapur in 1510. Nano de Canha, 1529 to 1538, transferred its capital from the Cochin to Goa. So first is our Francisco de Almeida introduced blue water policy, and Alfonso de Albuquerque introduced the policy of imperialism 1509 to 1515, and Nino de Canha, mainly Cochin to Goa, transferred its capital Cochin to Goa and acquired Diu Basin. Nino de Canha. So Francisco de Almeida, Alfonso de Albuquerque, and Nino de Canha, and Martin Alfonso de Souza, 1542 to 1545, the famous Jesuit saint Francisco Xavier arrived in India. The Portuguese witnessed a decline by the end of the 16th century. They lost Hooghly in 1631 after having driven out by the Qasim Khan, a Mughal noble of Shahjahan. In 1661, the King of Portugal gave Bombay to Charles II of England as dowry when he married the former sister. The Marathas captured Selcati and Basin in 1739. In the end, they were left only with Goa, Diu, Daman, which they retained till 1961. Dutch. Next are Dutch. Formation of the company in March 1602. First we discuss this Portuguese. Next are Dutch. So next are Dutch, and then are English, then French. Please remember. First Portuguese PDEF. Portuguese, then France PDF, PDEF. Okay. Please remember. Dutch share formation of the company in March 1602 by a charter Dutch policy Parliament. The Dutch East India Company was introduced as formed with force to make wars and concluded his acquired territories and built fortress. The Dutch set up the factories at Mosalipatnam 1655, Pulicat 1610, Surat 1616, Bimlipatnam 1641, Karaikal 1645, and Chinsura 1653. Dutch startup factories. Okay, and Kasim Bazar and Baranagar, Patna, Balasore, Nagapatnam all in 1658, and Cochin in 1663. The Dutch replaced the Portuguese as the most important, most dominant power in European trade. So the Dutch replaced the Portuguese as the most dominant power in European trade with the East including India. Pulicat was the main center in India till 1619. After which Nagapattinam replaced it. The Dutch considered the English after their defeat of the Battle of Maratha. So Dutch replaced the Portuguese as the most important power in the European trade with the East, including India. Pulicat was main center in India till 1690, after which Nagapattinam replaced it. The Dutch considered to English after their defeat in the Battle of Bedara 1759. Then English before the English East India Company established trade in India. John Milden Hall, a merchant adventurer, was the first Englishman. John Milden Hall, adventurer, was the first Englishman who arrived in India in 1599 by the overland route and ostensibly for the purpose of trade with Indian merchants. The Governor and Company of Merchants of London trading into the East Indies, popularly known as East India Company, was formed in 1600. Captain William Hawkins arrived at Jahangir's court in 1609. To seek permission to open a factory at Surat. A farman was issued by Jahangir permitting to the English to build the factory at Surat 1613. Sir Thomas Roe come to India as ambassador of James I to Jahangir's court in 1615 to obtain the permission to trade and erect factories in different parts of the empire. The English East India Company acquired Bombay from Charles II on lease, and Gerald Anguier was its first governor from 1669 to 1677. In 1690, Job Charnock established factory at Sultanati and Jamindari. 1690, Job Charnock established a factory at Sultanati and the Jamindari of the three villages of Sultanati, Kalikata and Govindpur was acquired by the British in 1698. These villages later grew into the city of Calcutta. The factory at Sultanati was fortified in 1696, and this new fortified settlement was named Fort William in 1700. The factory at Sultanati was fortified in 1696, and his new fortified settlement was named Fort William in 1700. In 1694, the British Parliament passed a resolution giving equal rights to the Englishmen to trade in the East India East. A new rival company known as the English Company of Merchants trading to the East Indies was formed in 1698. Please remember. So this line important. 1690, Job Charnock established the factory at Sultanati, and the Jamindari and Jamindari of the three villages, Satanati, Kalikata and Govindapur was acquired by the British. 1698. These villages later grew into the city of Kolkata. Sutanati, Kalikata and Govindapur later acquired by the British. All are acquired by the British, and later their name is Calcutta. The factory at Sutanati was fortified in 1696, and this new fortified settlement was named Fort William. Okay, Fort William in 1700, 1694. So here new fortified settlement named as Fort Williams in 1700. 1694, the British Parliament passed a resolution in 1694, and what is the resolution? It is mainly giving equal rights to all Englishmen to trade in the East. A new rival company known as the English Company of Merchants trading to the East Indies was formed 1698. The final amalgamation of the company came in 1708 under the title the United Company of Merchants of England trading to the East Indies. This new company continued its existence till 1858. French. The English East India Company was formed by Colbert under the state patronage in 1664. The French company factory, the French factory. The first factory was established at Surat by Francois Caron in 1668. A factory at Musalipatnam was set up in 1669. So please remember, the French East India Company was formed by Colbert under state patronage in 1664. The first French factory was established at Surat by Francois Caron in 1668. A factory at Musalipatnam was set up in 1669. The French war in India was revived under Lenoir and Dumas, governor between 1720 to 1742. Please remember. Okay, governor between 1720 to 1742. They occupied Mahe in the Malabar, Yanam in Coromandel, and Karaikal in Tamil Nadu, 1739. Okay, the arrival of the duplex as French governor in India in 1742 saw the beginning of Anglo-French conflict, Carnatic Wars, resulting in their final defeat in India. The arrival of duplex as French governor in India in 1742 saw the beginning of Anglo-French conflicts, Carnatic Wars, resulting in their final defeat in India. So Carnatic War, Anglo-French conflict, it is Carnatic Wars, 1742. Okay, arrival of the duplex this time. Anglo-French conflict, Carnatic Wars. So first Anglo-French conflict war, it is 1746 to 48. The French besieged Madras at Saint Throne. The battle, the Nawab of Carnatic armies was defeated by French under duplex. The Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle 1748 was signed, ended the war on Austrian succession and the first Anglo-French war in India. Second Anglo-French war 1749 to 1754. Duplex aligned with Muzaffar Jung, Hyderabad, and Chanda Sahib, Carnatic Arcot. After initial reverses, Robert Clive emerged victorious. The Treaty of Pondicherry. This time Treaty of Pondicherry signed the Treaty of Godheu, new French governor in place of Duplex, 1754, ended the Second Anglo-French War. Treaty of Pondicherry signed in Second Anglo-French War, 1749 to 54. Third Anglo-French War, 1758 to 1563. So Second Anglo-French War, 1749 to 1754. First 1746 to 1748. Then second 49 to 54. Third 1558 to 63. So Treaty of Pondicherry signed in end Second Anglo-French War. So Duplex aligned with the Muzaffar Jung, Hyderabad, and Chanda Sahib, Carnatic, Arcot, near Arcot. Okay, after initial reverses, Robert Clive emerged victorious. And Treaty of Pondicherry signed this time. New French governor in place of Dupleix. And 1754 ended the second battle of Anglo-French War. And third Anglo-French War 1758 to 1763. French Count de Lille captured Fort Saint David. French were defeated at Vandias. 1760. It was decisive defeat of French. Treaty of Paris 1763 ended the third final Anglo-French War in India. Treaty of Paris 1763 ended the third and final Anglo-French War in India. Pondicherry was returned to French by this treaty. Treaty of Paris 1763, third and final Anglo-French War in India. Pondicherry was returned to French by this treaty. So next we discuss modern India. So thank you.